Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
During this relatively long bear market, there was many sort of fake attempts of breakout, reversal, and now we don't have enough room to maneuver, I would say. So the any kind of the breakout which may happen soon or eventually will probably be the real one. So let's just be patient and see what will happen. I would like just to share my view on that in more detail and also look at some news. A lot of things to cover today, so you're watching Crypto Hamster channel. Let's go.
Let's go.
A lot of things to cover today, so I'll try to make it as fast as possible. Start with the news. Coinbase approved to offer crypto custody services in New York. The New York Department of Financial Services said Tuesday that it granted Coinbase's application to create the Coinbase Custody Trust Company, as well as approving the Coinbase Trust to offer custody services for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, Coin, and XRP. Congratulations, all the holders. So this is a really great news, and Coinbase seem to be very happy about that. So they are proud to announce that, yada yada yada. But no pump yet, but still very nice move towards the like positive side of crypto. One more news. HTC accepting Bitcoin and Ethereum for their first blockchain phone. So it will be called Exodus 1, and it's first blockchain mobile phone from HTC, and will cost 0.15 Bitcoin or Ethereum, it's like corresponding price like around $1,000 at the moment. So very interesting. We'll see how it will work. We'll see how it look like. But HTC doesn't seem to be bad for like making the name for crypto. Very good. Another thing which I would like to cover a little bit later, but still, there is an article about the stocks behavior, and that they are doing something they haven't done since the .com bubble. The thing is, like, well, you can look at the article. This is zerohedge.com, and they are looking at some indicators. They are saying that the most troubling is that this is the first time since the launch of regulation federal FD in August 2000 that the market has reached negatively to earning beats. In other words, the market is doing something it hasn't done in 18 years, with the last time such a response was observed was just at the .com bubble was bursting. So don't want to spread FUD or whatever, but you see, this is something, it's like people are concerned about the things with the stocks, and as I was already mentioning this several 10 times probably, this may be a first signals for the stocks and will end its rally, which we observed for such a long period of time. Another news: Trump administration fears that China's crypto mining dominance is XRP a better trade-off. Of course, it's sort of a rumor, but still, at least XRP were stating something like that they are having better sentiment from the Trump administration, and whatever is, we don't know actually, is this real or not, or how much is that, but in fact you see, well, they may base some marketing on that in future, and XRP may indeed gain some points. So now looking at the price of Bitcoin, I must say that nothing has changed. So we had like small change up and down for a few like tenths of dollars in price, but basically it's the same as before. We don't go up or down in general like a huge huge moves, we didn't make huge moves, but this is not that bad. And speaking about this behavior, we still need to mention these lows which are higher, which is the change of the trend in general. But let's cover some of the previous attempts of the reversal here. So of course this was the first one when we had in February a rally, and people expected, okay, we're now going back to like whatever all-time high was, and then it was failed. And then there was like in May there was a positivism about what is consensus and some other stuff, and Goldman Sachs and everything. It didn't work as well. Then there was some rally in end of August, which was very positive, and especially for the altcoins. And people say, oh, this is altcoin season. No, it failed. And also you remember XRP, which finally made some break of the triangle or this wedge that it had, and then people were saying, okay, XRP will move the market upwards, but it didn't. It also failed. So many attempts of breaking the bear market trend, and they all failed. Now basically there's only one thing which may happen, which will lead to, and also I didn't mention this change in the volume. So this was like a pivotal point for the volume. We hope that the volume will rise, and this was like the bottom, and from this bottom we will see the rise. Actually, there's a lot of the volume was here. There was a lot of volume here. So but then volume dropped again, and now what we can see is that there is basically one general, the simplest way to technically put the behavior of the asset in terms of the reversal of the trend. So we have the bear market, and the bottom was basically set at $6,000. And as soon as we'll see, as we do see now, some rise, like very stable, slow rise, and we'll see some maybe like 10-15% over a few months on average. And at this point, if we will also see the volume picking up, then this would be the obvious change in the trend that we observed also before in the bear market from 2014. So whatever we will see it, or regardless will we see it or not, actually again it's like 9 months bear market. We already passed quite a lot, so not so bad situation. I must mention this guy, as I was talking about that in like 2 weeks ago or something. I was saying that Decred, or Decred, whatever you call it, is one of the very few coins in the top 30, top 20, which are not listed on Binance. And you see, recently it was announcement that Binance will list Decred. So congratulations for all of you who bought that in this level, and now you can actually fix some profits. Don't forget that after the listing there's usually a dump. However, in this case, not necessarily will it happen, so we'll see. However, fix your profit on the way up. Take some profits at least. And of course, it's not financial advice and my personal opinion, so it was and it is now. I was covering some others, and of course there are more which are interesting. So mainframe looks very positive recently, so you see the volume picking up and the prices going up. It's one of the highly hyped projects appeared recently, so maybe it was the bottom, and now we can see some rise similar to what it is, XRP maybe, or even Quark chain, which we observed before. By the way, speaking about Quark chain, let's have a fast look at that. Quark chain finally seem to be positive on the way up, like relatively up, of course, but I mean the drop stopped, and we've seen some volume around here. So, and probably this rise may be continuing. So if it was a correction, it was a perfect one. So I would be continuing to be very bullish on that. We'll see. So, but speaking about other altcoins, so mainframe, another one is interesting is Nucleus Vision. This is quite a lot of time already at the very low level, and it's rather flat. So now it starts to picking up. Maybe it's time to consider is to buy, like 10% already actually. This one I like a lot, Oyster Pearl, and I think I already covered it a little, but you see what's the curve here. It's perfect recovery from the accumulation period. So maybe it is the time when we will see some significant rise in price of the oyster. And the last one is DOC. DOC also had a pump recently, but I would consider to look at that at the same prices, as actually it made like 100% from the middle of August, and now it pumped a little bit more. Maybe it's time to fix some gains if you had the position. And then again, I would consider it to be very bullish in a long term. The most of the volume is on Binance, so reasonable and easy to get it. So that is it for today. I didn't want to keep it that long, but apparently I did. So anyway, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and also follow me on Twitter. I would like to see you tomorrow in the next update, tomorrow and every day. Safe trading, guys. Goodbye.